Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we've got a special sort of impromptu Heroes and Hooligans production hosted by yours truly. I'm Contrast, bringing you The Facility, a special one-shot. Today, we have Taryn, Shara, and Cordelia joining us. You guys want to say hi?
Hello.
And then if you want to give everyone a brief rundown of, character, race, class, those kind of basics.
Hello, I'm gonna be your resident warlock for this one shot. And that's all you guys need to know. Because I will probably die soon.
Maybe, mayhaps.
I will be playing Taryn, a Kalishtar Horizon Walker Ranger.
Nice. First time I've seen a Horizon Walker in action, actually.
First time I've played a Horizon Walker, so we'll see how this goes.
And I am playing Shara, a Tiefling Blood Hunter.
All right, cool. So, let's get things started. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I had to turn you guys up a bit, so now I can hear all of you. So, first things first. All of you see, feel, perceive, and remember nothing. And then suddenly, with your eyes still closed, you feel pain. You are sore. You feel that you're lying in a bed. You all come to open your eyes, and as you look around, Taryn, you'll see you're in the middle, with Shara in a bed to your right, and Cordelia in a bed to your left. Surveying your surroundings, you recognize that you're in hospital beds. And you don't remember anything. All you know is your names. You know what you are physically and magically capable of. But you don't know anything else. You don't know where you come from, who you come from, how long you've been alive, none of it. And you don't know each other's names. You don't recognize each other or the building you're in. You just know that you're in a hospital. And that's about it.
I'm going to hold my ribs because they feel really sore. And I'm going to look around to both sides, and I'm going to see the people laying next to me, and I'm just going to look at them and groan a little more. Try to sit up some, but it hurts, so I can't. I'll just lay there, stare at the ceiling. Fuck. How did this happen?
I don't know, but if you could tell me, that would be amazing. And I am just clutching my head, trying to slowly sit up.
So with some effort, you will manage to sit up. I wouldn't say it's like debilitating pain, but I could definitely see someone not wanting to move a whole lot. And after you guys say, hey, what the hell happened? You hear the door into the room unlocks and then opens as a oddly familiar looking doctor walks in. You don't necessarily know why he's familiar. You just feel like, hey, yeah, I know this person. Don't know his name. Don't know much else about it. I just, feel like I've seen this person before. And he walks in and says, you're awake. Well, I could tell you why you're sore. Been in here in a coma for quite some time. It's good to see you all. I'm finally awake. Do you all wake up at the same time? Odd. And then he starts writing something down on his clipboard.
I'm going to rub my head and just look around. Where the hell am I?
You are in the regional hospital. I've been carrying over the three of you. You all had a coma induced at roughly the same time, although in very wildly different areas in the city. And this whole time he's not even looking up, he's just looking down at his clipboard. We couldn't find out why, but it all seemed to happen at the same time as power surges within those areas, so we thought somehow it might be connected. So far, we've managed to keep you all alive, although keeping your body well kept and well cared for is a very difficult task when the body is completely unconscious, so you might be a bit sore. Give me one moment, I will fetch a cleric and they will deal with your pain. And he's going to walk over to, around one of the curtains, and he's going to press one of those like nurse call buttons. And a couple minutes later, a cleric will come up and they will cure you all. You are now at full health. You're good to go, feeling better, and the pain has mostly subsided.
He said a regional hospital? What the fuck is a regional hospital?
You're in the hospital that serves, well, this region, this town, this section of town most people come in. We're the main medical care facility. Anyone who gets hurt or injured or becomes extremely ill, or in your instances falls into a coma, you would be brought here.
And where is here? What is this region? How did you said a coma? That can't
Yes.
be right. I just yesterday was working.
Do you remember where?
I don't know. It's just hard to remember anything, really.
Let's see if I can jog your memory some. We are all in the city of Azar. We're, let's see, a few buildings next door to a facility of sorts, also quite large. The town, we're in the city of Azar, but your town was, what was the name? And he starts tapping on his keyboard and flipping through. I can't find it. Are you telling me we didn't have a single person who found out where they lived before this? Just like upset at the nurse. It's like, okay, I will find that information in a bit. But it's odd that you all woke up at the exact same time, too.
You said we're next to some facility. Can you give us more information on that, please?
Oh yes,
So-
they are the core organization. You've probably heard of them. They handle most of the region's power needs.
May I ask as to who you three are? My name's Shara.
Oh, well, my name is Dr. Giovanni. It was a pleasure to see you back again, Shara.
Delia?
Mr. World,
Mhm.
are you doing channel points?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there's your answer, Shinobi Kaji.
This could be interesting. Oh yeah, I should pull up the channel so that way I can see if someone does that. Let me pull that up real quick.
Oh, back to our names. Ugh, I'm Taryn. Oh, this migraine. My head. You said coma facilities. I don't recognize the name of this place. I don't recognize any of you people. This is very, very uncomfortable for me.
He just taps his clipboard more. This is quite concerning. Then he goes over to a drawer and pulls out a small pill bottle. He takes out 2 and hands them to you. Well, for now, these should help with your migraine. They should get rid of it for the rest of the day at the very least. If by the end of the day it gets worse or it comes back, let me know. And I will try and find a permanent solution to that. We might be looking at internal damage as a result of the coma if you're already experiencing severe and lasting migraines. That could be very concerning, so please keep me updated on that. As I said, you're in Azar Regional Hospital. I'm Dr. Giovanni. I've been looking over the three of you for quite some time now. It's been months. We were starting to get quite concerned. I'm trying. I've been running through things to try and figure out what could have possibly caused this. And so far, I have only come up with one possible solution. If you remember earlier, I mentioned that the three of you all fell into a coma in areas that were affected by the power surge. I also mentioned earlier that we are nearby the core facility. They handle the entire city's power needs. Well, they do this through, shall I say, experimental methods. And you can tell very quickly he's not exactly fond of these people. And as you're seeing on the receiving end, these methods can be somewhat dangerous. We've had the police and government officials look into it numerous times, but given the scope of their work and the fact that they quite literally power the city, no one's really in a position to do anything about it, because what are we going to do? Tell them, stop making our power? Well, then suddenly I wouldn't have the ability to work with any of my patients, to keep patients like you alive for several months. So no one official can get their hands involved. And of course, I'm not tied up in all the red tape, but I'm also not nearly capable when it comes to, well, quite frankly, questionably legal activities. I'm about as average as they come, so. However, if the three of you are able, you might be able to do some digging. There's been rumors of a artifact that has been their newest experiment to try and draw power from. This time, however, it's not some fancy new material, some fancy energy core like they tried with those new units, whatever those security units are. Infernal machines. But no, this is quite literally a soul-powered artifact that they are using to try and generate power. It seems like someone has just gone off the deep end with them, and somehow it's slipping under everyone's radar. So, if you guys are able to retrieve that, and I will send a few people with you, since you are all quite physically capable, or at least that's what I heard from, people who were nearby when you all fell into your comas. They were all surprised at people as strong and healthy as the three of you falling into a coma suddenly. You three with a few assistants, maybe. What was that?
Certainly might have surprised my own people.
So, if the three of you are able to retrieve this artifact, then I may be able to analyze it and reverse the damage done, hopefully bringing back your memories. I fear that not only did it take the power from those areas, but it also might have taken a fraction of your very souls, which is why your memories may, well, at least they seem to be gone. It seems like you're having trouble recalling things.
Oh, Taryn's going to giggle a little bit at the mention of souls and say, bold of you to assume that I had one in the first place.
Not to be that person, but I want to help you. Why exactly? Because I only have your word that they've done this awful thing to me, and that you're the only one who can help.
Well, if there's another research facility, you might be able to take it to them. If I'm being honest with you, I have no reason other than the fact that, like I said, I've kept the three of you alive for going on a few months now. And this artifact isn't entirely confirmed, and I don't entirely know that this is what's causing it. It's all speculation, but there's nothing else in the area that would have caused such a phenomenon. Magical items like that are not very common here. Yes?
Is our long-term memory affected the same as our short-term memory?
Oh no, your memory from now forward is going to be perfectly fine.
No. Our previous long-term memory, like to remember friends, family, where we're from, things like that. Is that affected?
Yeah, that's all gone.
Okay.
There is none of that.
Okay. That's what I was just double checking.
Mm-hmm.
I just none of this makes sense to me. You want us to help you. You kept us alive. I don't even know who I am other than my name. And the only thing I remember about my name is it's on the paper in front of me so I could read it.
Well, if I'm being honest, it doesn't really do a whole lot for me other than hopefully shut down their experiments with the artifact, which will hopefully reduce the number of patients like you coming in, and it will allow me to help you. That's really all I stand to gain from this. I am a doctor after all, and it's my job, but as I said, if you see, and he holds his arms out, and yeah, he's literally like the most average ass human you could possibly dream of. Like, this guy ain't getting any fights. He ain't sneaking past anyone. He ain't got no magic. He's just a smart boy who's decent with a scalpel. That's about it. That's all he's got.
Okay. I'm going to try to stand up.
You can.
With some wobbly legs at first because I've been in a coma for God knows how long.
He will come over and help make sure you don't fall.
And all of my abilities are coming back to myself, right?
Yep, that is, you do know, you have like an inherent knowledge of what you are capable both physically and magically.
So I'm going to look at the other two and establish a mind link quickly with both of them. Ooh. And ask them, do you think this guy's full of shit or should we really help him?
Now you will notice, because the windows and everything are open, you're, in just a normal hospital. You can tell you are in fact in a city, and looking out one of the windows, you can see the facility because it's a real big, mostly like dark gray building. It almost looks like a factory of sorts.
Honestly, I can't get a read on him, so it's a 50-50 shot if he actually wants to help us.
Two things, my dears. One, what did you just do to my head? Because that was an odd experience. And two, my gut feeling is to give him a chance, see what's there, and gather as much information as we can.
Well, what I did to your head is I'm just telepathically communicating with you for the next hour, as long as you're within 100 feet of me. So that's just it. It's just a good way to keep secrets. I know they say secrets don't make friends or some shit like that, but friends make secrets, and since I can't remember anything else and you're the only faces that aren't a doctor, you're my friends now.
I am honored.
I just kind of slowly nod, not really sure how I feel about any of you yet. Stand up and look around for my coat.
Your coat will be hanging on a coat rack right near your bed. And he will offer you, because you're all in, hospital dress, he will offer you each a bag that has your clothing from when you were brought in, which has been freshly cleaned. And he will also offer you a meal from the hospital and everything. Now that you guys are awake, you can have proper meals instead of having to be fed liquid through a tube or directly into your stomach, something like that.
Hey, Doc, we didn't, by chance, any of us have anybody, look for us while we were here, did we?
No, sadly not. We asked around. A few people said they had known of you, but no family members, no descendants, anything like that. That was the other thing that was odd about the three of you.
Well,
it seems like there was no connection between the three of you, but all three of you didn't really have anyone else societally, but you also didn't have any reason to fall into a coma just because of a power surge in the first place. So that's why we cared for the three of you together.
Ah, well. If I could remember who my friends and family were, I would definitely be calling them to tell them they're a bunch of fucking assholes for not checking on me. But
Well,
Yeah.
if anybody does call, I can relay a message. I apologize. I'm trying to stay professional, but you've probably had one of the calmest reactions I've ever seen to someone awaking from a coma, which I do applaud you for. I'm glad to see that you're all reasonably calm and handling this quite well, actually.
Not gonna lie, I did feel the need to punch you at first, but then I figured I wouldn't get answers.
I wouldn't blame you. I have been assaulted numerous times by coma patients. Actually, funny story. Nurse here can vouch for this. The craziest instance I had was a young man, about 12 years old. I came in to do the regular checkups, checked his pulse and everything, and when I placed my hand on his neck, his eyes snapped open. He immediately went for my throat, jumped onto me, like took me to the ground. He had a syringe in his arm that ripped out of his vein. Once the nurses got him off of me, we had to quickly try and fix the damage. It was just a complete mess. Come to find out that the whole reason he had been into a coma and the whole reason that he freaked out so much when he saw me is that I looked like his father, who him and his mother were highly, highly abusive. So on the bright side, we discovered that, and that was taken care of, and he is now safe.
I'm
But
watching
that
him
was
as
definitely the most interesting wake-up call.
I'm looking at him. Do I see any signs that he's bullshitting us with the story?
No, I mean, you got the nurse is nodding and confirming it, but no, he's saying it very calmly, just like everything else. You guys can do an insight check if you'd like. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, insight. Yeah, he's being honest.
all right, well, I don't foresee this situation getting any better anytime soon unless we get our shit together and go figure it out. Hey, Doc, the only thing I'm not seeing in my bag is my war paint. Any particular reason why? Or did it maybe just get lost?
Let me see. And he's going to go talk to a nurse. I'm guessing that is a thing your character like actually had.
Yes and no.
Because if it is, then yeah, it would be part of your possession.
Yes, but it's not like I don't think it's an actual item in D&D and Beyond.
Oh, I got you. So he's gonna go talk to the nurse, and she will go back to get a few more belongings, and they'll come back with bags. This time it has your war paint, and this also has any weapons you guys had on you. So they gave you your
And I was
clothes
about to
first. Now
ask.
they have the rest of. You have the rest of your gear.
Good.
Good to see this little beauty.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
There's a little twirl with the halberd.
He's going to dismiss the nurse and have her call in a guard, and they're going to be gone for a few minutes, and he's going to get a bit of an like ominous, like not hostile air, but like this ominous foreshadowing air as he goes into another drawer and draws a pistol. He holds it by the barrel, so he's not holding it by the trigger, and he walks over and gives it to Taryn. I'm sending you with a guard. However, I don't know what you three are getting into. I want you to be safe. There's a fully loaded magazine in it. You have 12 shots. Let me send you the stats.
Is it just a standard D&D?
Oh, wait, yeah, let me Why didn't I check to see if this is just something in...
There is one in D&D Beyond. And it's just a standard pistol.
Yeah, use that one.
Okay.
And, you know, whichever one of you wants to use that, equipping it automatically gives you proficiency with it. Because I'm not going to make... I don't know if you built your characters to have proficiency in firearms, but I'm not going to screw you over if you didn't. So, whichever of you wants to have that.
I'm set for ranged combat already as it is, but if one of you wants to take it, go for it.
A gun! No!
So, as that happens, watches the interaction as I spin the halberd before addressing the trio. Shall we go warm up our bodies and put some things to the test first? See what we're capable of ahead of time before charging into the fray?
I can't help but recommend against that. We're in the middle of a crowded city. The police would almost immediately come out and gun you down.
Well,
If you
good
go
thing
out
that I have a
attacking
gun now
random
because
citizens.
they could get gunned down too.
What I mean by
What
that
have I
is
done?
not...
Fuck 12. Fuck 12.
size. What I meant was just a general warm-up of the body. Stretch, limber up.
Oh, yes, well, that is definitely smart. I thought you were going to go attack a poor innocent civilian. Oh, gods. But yes, that's perfectly fine.
Wow, you think we would attack civilians, but your hand us a gun despite that. Okay. That's okay. Good judgment. Much proud.
Looks down at itself. Looks up,
Well,
fully aware of the horns. To be fair, I don't blame you for that perception of me. So,
yeah, he was
to be
about to
fair.
say, it's like, I didn't necessarily expect it of you, but, and then looks the tiefling up and down.
Okay, that's highly judgmental. Like, wow. Do you judge all your patients like this?
And perfect time to interrupt. The guard comes in. He's got like a fucking M4 pistol, like he's fully loaded, and ready to go. Also, I have to, because chat, I see you, Twitch chat. This is a bucket. My God, there's more. No. I love you, chat.
Yep.
Oh. All right. So you guys gonna head out?
Well, in the great words of a very fairy musical, no day but today. Because if we keep standing here, it'll be like 523,600 minutes more.
Big facts. So when you guys head down, you head to the lobby, and as you move past the reception desk, you hear, "Oh, hello! You're awake."
Who looks around?
When you turn to the reception desk,
If this man has floppy arms, I'm staying away from it.
it is 100% Merlin in a fucking hospital,
Stars.
in a nurse outfit.
Who are you?
Well, that's a very interesting receptionist.
Well, wait, do you not remember me? Oh wait, you were unconscious when you came here the first time. That would explain it. And he's gonna run around the corner excitedly and give you all a hug. But I'm so happy to see you're all okay. I was so worried when you came here.
Whoa, back up. I don't know you. Don't touch me.
Hands in the air, stepping back.
Oh.
Wait a goddamn
sorry,
minute.
sorry, too much. Sorry, I got a little excited. I was just worried for you three. And he's gonna take he's gonna take out a potion of healing that he's gonna give one to each of you.
I will
Here,
pat
here.
you
I just
on
wanted
the
to make sure
shoulder.
you would all be okay. I'm good, glad to see you're all alright. Please stay safe out there, and I hope everything goes back to normal quickly for you. And then he's gonna go back to the reception table. Yes, I had to throw in a cameo from my boy.
So
Too much fun with the Merlin voice.
before he goes off to the reception, he gets a little head pat via tail, like shunk shunk, very gently, with the tail.
Aww.
Head pats.
Oh, it's adorable. Lugoshi, know I see you in chat. Don't you do it. All right, so do you guys keep heading out?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
but
Wiping
I'm
the germs off my leather because I'm not a fan of people touching me, especially of the opposite gender.
Fair. Felt that.
yeah. I initiate touch. You go initiate touch with me. That was not okay, sir. I'm just watching him as we go.
I
All
like
right.
how Cordelia and Taryn are just side-eyeing this man so hard right now. Like, keep your distance. I like your funny words, Magic Man, but keep your distance.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Oh my gosh.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yes, it was.
So you guys step out and you start heading towards where you saw the facility before.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you were given directions, and the soldier is going with you, or the guard. I mean, he's decked like a fucking soldier, but so as you guys are heading along, you notice, and this is where you finally realize, none of you have seen another person like you. Like Cordelia, there are a few people who look like you look humanoid, or you look mostly human. So a lot of people kind of resemble you, but no one quite looks like, even the elves don't look quite like Terran, and no one here looks like Shara. They're all either like high elves, half elves, or humans.
Well,
That's it. You look through like a shop door for like a restaurant, and you see a mechanic working on like an oven or something, because it's like one of those where you can see them doing the cooking, and you see like a dwarf working on it as like a mechanic, but that's it. And you haven't seen any other, races or anything in this entire town.
well, if I was an elf, I would probably feel all right. Disregard pointy ears in 30 seconds before show Pinterest pick for character art. I have like shiny Edward Cullen skin.
Oh, so
I'm
yeah.
Sparkling in the light like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yes. Exactly. All of the shenanigans.
So at this point, the guard is gonna ask, so where exactly are you three from? In case you hadn't noticed, you're not exactly in. Fuck, my train of thought just died.
Well, gee, friend, I'd love to tell you, only. Oh, that's right, I don't know or remember, and I'm pretty sure they don't know and remember either. Thank you so much for that reminder that we are blank slates.
I'm going to sarcastically answer, we're from the same place you're from, our mothers. Now, continue. Let's go. I have a negative charisma. I'm not a very nice lady.
He just kind of like flat expression, like, bruh, really? It's like, look, I just got here. I have no idea who any of you are. I didn't hear any of the catch-up information. I just got told, go with these people. Guard them when they go to a facility. If anyone tries some fucking bullshit, put lead in them. That's all I know.
Well, you probably know more than we do. Speaking of this facility, how far is it from here?
Right down there, and he just kind of like uses his fucking M4 to gesture towards it, and he's behind you guys. But yeah, he points it towards a building that's like the next block down. It's within a walk.
All right. Well, I would like to do a thing before we go,
Okay.
so that way we can get into this building fairly sneakily, and in case there's things or creatures or something, I don't know what's here. But
So you will see a couple people standing right outside the doorway.
okay. Well, I would like to give Pass Without a Trace to Cordelia and Shara as well as myself.
Before, are you using like slots or anything? Is that a spell thing, like spell slot?
Yeah. Range.
Before you spend any, you do see regular civilians just walking in and out. And the guards aren't like heavily armed or anything. They're just like a couple people standing there welcoming. They're more like doormen, I should say, than guards. They're like welcomers.
That wait a damn minute. I'm just gonna look at these girls and say, if there's a problem here, why does this place have no security? Okay, whatever. All right. And I'm just gonna shake my head and keep going then.
So when you get to the door, they're both going to nod to you. They're going to be like, hello. And then the guard that was sent with you is going to step ahead of you guys, flash his badge, and nod over to the hospital. And they're going, oh, another tour from Azar Regional. All right, come right in. And they're just going to open up the doors for you. So when you walk in the front entrance, it's just a really big reception area. It looks like one of those fancy like tech museums almost, where they show off like one of the facilities that they do research and everything, but a lot of the areas that most people can see are showing off their successful work and different experimental things. And you'll see one of the receptionists come in, do some chatter with the guards, and offer you like a tour through the facility.
I'm gonna look around entirely confused. And just shake my head and keep going, because I don't know what any of this is. This is not familiar to me at all.
As in shake your head no?
Like, I'm just shaking my head like you know how when
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So the guard trying to, lead you guys where you need to go, tells them, yeah, just, let us see the more, we're looking to see your newer technologies. They've been interested in from the next hospital over. Or the next facility over. This place isn't a hospital. Next hospital over. I can English, I promise. And she goes, all right, and leads you through the first area. And the first floor is all just very basic stuff, normal, like power generators. And it's like a history thing. So they have like coal, electricity, and then it's a thing where they started relying on like magical power. So magically generated fire and electricity to power like steam engines, wind turbines, by having people who can use control weather, starting to innovate and use magic creatively to create energy. Then they get to where they started, mining, and they started to find these new materials. And this is where they start talking about, and this is where we came up with the name Core, with our revolutionary core crystal technology. These special elementally charged crystals can give energy to just about anything, like our revolutionary ECC train of thought. ECC service units. And as she says that, one of these ECC service units, a Warforged, walks past her. And at this point, you notice, like, as you get further in, you occasionally see more of these Warforged that are basically just servers. They're like labor. They do cleaning and stuff, kind of like butlers, more or less, but It's not as fancy because it's not a fucking mansion. But they're just doing, labor work and maintenance and such.
I probably look like the most confused bitch on the whole planet walking through this place. Like, what in tarnation?
As we are going through, I would be looking at some of the more arcane style power sources, looking at them with my knowledge of arcane and of history.
So right now, you haven't gotten to, like, there is arcane. Like they said, they used people who were magically talented and they got creative with their spells to try and make energy, but they haven't got into the arcane stuff you're looking for just yet.
Okay.
But the guard kind of prompts that along and he's like, yeah, we all know that kind of stuff. We're more interested in, the newer advances. And she's like, oh, yes, that's a floor below, right this way. And you all go into elevator with another tourist group. And a couple of these Warforged are with that group. And they start the elevator down. Ding.
So, how many of these, and I gesture towards the Warforged, how many do you have exactly here?
Well, we have countless ones actually maintaining the facility. I'd say probably 30 to 50 or so total doing facility-wide maintenance. We have a large first floor, but this facility goes down several stories. Of course, visitors are only permitted in floors 1 through -3. And then the elevator will go down to floor -2. Now, when you exit here, this is where you start getting into the arcane stuff. The other group, also, they exited at -1. I forgot to mention that detail. My apologies. So you're going to start seeing things like they were experimenting with elderly patients and people who were, quite frankly, on their deathbed, who signed up to attempt to upload their consciousness into ECC units. This, of course, failed. And that's going to be the common theme. There's going to be a bunch of these, things that they try to do either through magic or through technology. And this is where you start to see some of their shortcomings. Makes a whole lot of sense that these are in the lower floors that not a lot of people are going to see. And in fact, you lightly hear between the guard and the guard and the tour guide, with chat between them, you learn that the only reason you guys are even permitted this far is because you're with him coming from another facility of professionals and everything. So that's the only reason you guys have even gotten this far down. Usually people only get to like -1. You guys are going to be allowed to like -3, and that's about it.
What's on the other
Shara,
floors?
can you give me a Arcana and History check, by the way?
Sure.
'Cause you were talking about that.
So first I'm going to do the Arcana with a +9 and advantage.
Okay.
So the first roll,
what's the advantage from?
it's advantage from being a blood hunter.
Oh,
It
hunters.
comes with the training.
That's advantage to recall information about fae, fiends, or undead.
True.
But I will give it to you because depending on how high your roll is, you'll understand why.
First roll total is 17. Second roll is total of 23. I will happily take the 23.
Ooh, here we go. Okay, give me the history too.
Right. First roll, because I also have advantage on that one. 23 or 22. I will take the 23.
Well, advantage is you take the highest either way. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so 20, 22, and 20. Either way, those are above the DC of 19 for both of them.
Above the benchmark.
As you're going along, you notice that one of their failed experiments was attempting to harness infernal power. literally from the Nine Hells. And the thing is you have to notice this yourself, because the tour guide starts randomly skipping sections, and she tries to skip. She almost starts trying to walk faster to try and get y'all past this one, hoping that you don't notice it.
As I see this, the tail usually just casually swaying, it kind of curls up and almost goes into defensive nature. So it gets closer and kind of wraps around the waist.
I'm just gonna,
Very worried about what's to come.
yeah, I'm just gonna kind of mumble under my breath, what in the fresh Umbrella Corp fuck did we just walk into?
Um,
I'm gonna slow down and start asking more questions. Like, what was the point of this experiment? Explain that. What
The
went wrong
guard-
here?
so when the guard turns back and sees Shara more like defensive, he looks over at the exhibit. Now, of course, he's a resident here, so these are the kind of things that these failures make headlines. These were like top stories for a few weeks until they got covered up. So this is something he knew about, and he looks back and he like kind of he signals to you guys. He's like, "I'm gonna keep you safe. You're gonna be okay." In response to your questions, Cordelia, you're gonna notice that regarding all their past experiments, all of them, she's gonna kind of be a little bit dodgy about a few, but most of them she'll actually be, very upfront. Like the do you ask about trying to harness energy from hell, for example?
Sure.
She's just gonna be blunt and be like, in all honesty, we were desperate. We had a CEO who got really greedy for money, and we also weren't meeting energy quotas. We didn't know what else to do, and someone in R&D came up with a crazy idea, and our higher ups just kind of ran with it. It was a really, really rough time. I actually got hired shortly after this event, but I know a lot of people who left because of that.
Because it's a draw of greed and pride. That's why.
But yeah, she's definitely not like, she seems dodgy about certain questions from lack of information, not necessarily from attempt to deceive. She's actually
Okay.
fairly forthright about what it was, and they're pretty welcoming.
Okay. Next question. What's past floor -3? Exactly.
Well, past floor -3 is where we actually have our research stations. That's where things actually go into production. The further down you go, the more dangerous, frankly, the experiments become. You're working with more volatile energy sources. For example, the ECC crystal operations, those take place on floor 6 because several of them are very volatile elements. And if you don't handle them properly, they can explode and they can do very lethal damage if you're too close. So we have to be very careful about those things. But that's where all the research and development, because as well as having these first floors to show everyone everything, underneath we do our actual work. And the 10th floor is where the 10th through 8th negative floors are where all of the actual power is generated and then distributed through the city. So yeah, she's also very forthright about information regarding the structure of the facility. And after going around the loop for this floor, you get back to the elevator and down to -3.
Overall, how do you like working here?
Oh, well, I mean, honestly, if I'm being frank with you, it's hard to complain with how much they pay me. I don't really have to hide any of the information. They don't tell me to deceive anyone. But, I come here, my job is really just to be a guide. I do tour work like this, but since I have a lot of sensitive information, I get paid quite well. So it's odd working for a company like this that has so much controversy surrounding it. I catch a lot of hate from people, but then again, I work for the company that powers their homes, so without them, without us, they don't get to watch TV, and they want to complain to me for doing nothing. I'm just being a tour guide. I'm just trying to make rent, you know? So when you tour through -3, this is literally all just failed concepts, but these aren't necessarily as controversial. They're literally just like, hey, can we make this an energy source? No, that was a fucking stupid idea. Why did we try it? That's really all it is. It's almost shameful what some of these are. Like, hey, can we like use the kinetic energy of throwing a fucking rock at a wall? that's not a literal one, but like that's how weird some of these sound. That's how weird some of these experiments sound.
As long as they're not harvesting the kinetic energy of slitherings from snakes, I'm totally okay.
I gotta
There was a
admit,
snake exhibit, but I wasn't going to describe it because I know
Yeah,
how you are
yeah.
about
We're
snakes.
no fucking goddamn snakes. I'm tired of these
I
goddamn
took-
snakes in this goddamn plane. I'm plane shifting out. Peace out.
I
Goodbye.
had snakes in this. I took the snakes out for you.
Good.
I
I
gotta
promise I did.
admit, the placement of these floors are kind of odd. Wouldn't you want the more controversial things to be lower than?
She's gonna turn and be like, "You would think, right? I suggested that, and they just brushed it off. I don't know. Kind of stupid if you ask me. But at the same time, this floor isn't monitored, so I can say whatever you want." And then she just goes, "You're all dumb," like as if she's shouting to the CEOs, and it echoes down the hall. And you do notice the floor doesn't have the cameras and everything the last floor did.
Well, Mr. World, it appears as if somebody in the audience has spent their points for a random encounter.
Oh boy.
I swear to
You
God.
know, you're an asshole.
Oh
It's
no, that's okay because he just moved things along for me. Thank you, Shinobi, because there was an encounter coming up anyways. So you do the loop, and you come back to the elevator. She presses the button, and then steps back like she's done the past couple times to let you all in. The elevator opens, and you hear. You turn around, and she drew a pistol and blew a hole through your guard's head. The door opens. There are 2 guards standing in front of you, just as armed. They train their guns on you. Roll initiative. They both have. They don't have. Wait, no, they don't train their guns on you. They draw their electric batons.
Of course, the guard is the first to die. Just doing his
Yeah.
job, and he has to die for it.
Yep. Fuck that guard in particular.
Did he have a family? Do we have to tell someone that their beloved family member is dead?
Yeah. Yeah. Their initiative rolls were fucking garbage. Okay, it is Shara, Cordelia, Taryn, then both guards, and then the secretary, because she already went first. So she's top of the order, technically. And now second, we have Shara. So Cordelia, you said you slowed down a bit, so I'm assuming it's Shara and Taryn up front, Cordelia in the back, which means you're closest to the receptionist who just offed your guardman, and then the 2 guards are in front of you at the elevator, Taryn and Shara. Does that sound right for how you guys are arranged?
Nope.
Okay, so they are both 10 feet from you inside the elevator, and she's 5 feet back away from you, Cordelia. I want to give you guys a little bit of room to move in the front if you decide to.
Okay.
Or you can close distance and get into melee.
Don't
Oh my
mind
god,
me.
cat.
Don't mind me losing my sanity right now because you downed the guard, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet.
Yes.
Bitch! So, Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet. When a creature you can see within 30 feet drops to 0 HP, you can use your reaction to give that creature a final act of aggression. They
Oh, yeah, I see it.
immediately make a single weapon attack against a target of your choice within its attack range.
Oh, and this is with your reaction.
Yes.
So its attack range, he could shoot at any of them. He still got his M4 in hand. Like, he didn't even get to react. He didn't even see her. She just drew it. Click. He turned, died.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Who you shooting with him?
One of the guards, one of the other guards.
Okay,
Even the odds.
do me a favor. His is actually I'll roll.
Okay. And there's something particular about it. No, I'm not gonna amplify it. I'm gonna save that for later.
He lets off. So you see his body fall. As he's
No.
falling, Shara immediately starts to process the situation, reaches back, activates her blood curse, and mid-fall, he's already dead. His body just shudders and rises back up. Opens up 3 rounds. One hits the guard's leg, one hits the guard's chest, the other nails him square in the head, dropping him instantly.
And for visuals of how it looks like when she activates her blood curse, dark red lines start up at her shoulder and rush down her arms, down to her hands, and little strings of the same color appear from her hand, connecting to the guard. Right.
Oh, you just fucking Naruto puppeteered his ass, fucking chakra threads.
Yep.
I love it. So yeah, he unloads on him and then drops back to the ground and dies properly this time. That is your reaction. You still have your action, bonus action, and movement. And holy shit, you dropped one of my guards with your reaction. I mean, using one of my guards, to be fair.
Exactly. That's the fun part.
Yeah, use my weapons against me, thanks.
So now I'm going to use my halberd against the other guard.
Okay. Give me your roll to hit.
That would be I got a 15 on the pips, so total 20 to hit.
Oh, I was about to say a 15 will miss, but a 20 does in fact hit. Roll me that damage.
That'll be 5 slashing damage total.
All right, so you cut his arm. He ain't happy about it.
Of course, because now he'll have a slightly harder time trying to aim.
Well, remember they're using electric batons. Yeah, I misspoke when I said guns. That means it is Cordelia's turn. Man, that guard didn't even get a turn. He just died immediately. Rude bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna back away from Karen about, let's say, 10 feet.
That's
then-
going to provoke opportunity from her.
Fine, be a bitch, Karen.
Are you still going to move back?
Yeah.
Okay, she is going to be a bitch about it too. She's going to try and shoot you in the foot just to be a smug asshole. Like, she's being smug as fuck about it.
Okay,
And
so
it causes her to miss. So
that's what
she
you
got a
get for
4.
being a goddamn bitch. And then I'm gonna open fire on her. Eldritch
boy.
Blast. So that's a 26, and the other
Hits.
one is a 16.
Also hits.
Okay,
She's not
then she-
armored like the others are.
so that is 6 and 16 damage total.
16 total. Okay, you almost like she staggers and almost ends up flat on her ass, and she is breathing heavily after that one. That's not. She ain't
Oh.
built for combat.
Oh, I ain't done. I have a bonus action.
Fuck.
Bonus action! Giant tentacle appears and bitch slaps her.
What?
Yes, Fathomless Warlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's just like, wait, I didn't get sent to the.
Oh, not 20! Get fucked, bitch.
Just bodies her with a giant tentacle.
You
I
can
like
take
tentacles, but not
26
that big.
cold. You can take 27 cold damage.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets
Damn,
slammed.
girl.
You said that was cold damage too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you slam her with this. She goes flying into the wall and just slumps into a fucking pile.
I look at the guards. You're next. I hope you know that. End of turn.
The guard that's left is furiously pushing the close button on the elevator. Taryn, it is your turn. He is just. He's trying his best.
So I'm gonna free action first, and I'm gonna look at Cordelia, and I'm gonna say I don't remember much, but I clearly can see that you have taken stock in Bad Dragon and their best things that they have to offer, because that tentacle is a monster. And then I'm gonna just fuck this guard in front of me up. So screw you and your stupid elevator. He's gonna get hit a lot.
So the door is starting to close. You have normally a action, bonus action, movement, and reaction. So instead of those 4, you get to pick 2 that you will have the time to do before it closes.
Well, you see, contrast. I am very quite ethereally steppy if we need to be. I'm gonna move and I'm gonna stab him to death.
Okay.
So 22 to hit.
Nails him.
Yeah, for some damage because planar warrior.
Cordelia, add a point of inspiration from chat
Thank you, chat.
for the wonderful tentacle penetration.
Oh my god.
Okay, so 11 damage from the first hit.
Okay.
And the second is 19. Does 19 hit?
Yep.
Okay. And so he will take 10, maybe more. Let's see, 13 damage from that.
13 damage. He's gonna get stabbed a few times, and then as the door continues to close, he's going to shove you back, like just barely outside of the door. As it finishes closing, you see him collapse back into the elevator, just on the ground as it starts to go up. What do you do?
I'm going to turn around and look at Shara and Cordelia, and I'm going to say, what in the actual fuck just happened there?
When you turn around, you see the guide wasn't dead. She just slumped. Like she got fucking knocked unconscious for a bit, but you see her stir and pick up a like walkie-talkie kind of thing and say code something. And then it just slumps to the ground.
I'm going to kick her in the teeth.
So she falls unconscious, and then you literally kick the last of the life out of her fucking mouth.
Yeah, I'm kicking her square in the teeth. Yep.
I respect it.
I love
I
it.
respect it. Shortly after, you hear alarms start to go off. Anyone want to give me, or wait, who had the super high passive perception?
Me, I have a 21.
21. You see a like a scanner key card on her. That says fucking train of thought. Access override on it.
I'm gonna
This
pick
card.
that bad boy up.
Yup, this card gives you access to the entire facility. Over the intercom, you are going to see an announcement. You're going to hear an announcement made to evacuate all non-combat personnel, to store all maintenance ECCs, and to evacuate all visitors and other personnel immediately. And you can hear the commotion in the floors above and the floors below. After that, you also hear deploy ECC 008 to floor -6.
I'm gonna pick up this bitch's gun and hand it to one of the girls too. Just a standard pistol, right?
Yep, another pistol.
Yeah.
So
one of you. I'm gonna hand
whichever one of you wants it, you can go into D&D Beyond equipment, just type pistol, not the laser pistol. I think it's like the third one down.
it. Yeah.
I will equip it.
Okay. Yeah, it'll just this might come in handy. I'll say as I pick it up. And I'm gonna dangle the card and say, well, this will come in handy. They're deploying whatever the hell ECC means, whatever they're talking about. They're doing some shit, and I can only imagine that since Tits McGee here made a call before she died, it's gonna not be pleasant for us. So where should we head?
You hear the elevator start to come back from the top down to your floor. And you remember
Reinforcements.
that earlier on the other end of the loop, you saw another elevator.
Oof.
To the other elevator. Let's go. Come on.
Let's haul.
So you guys hauling after the other
So
one?
I think now would probably be a good time to give you pass without a trace so we could do sneaky, right?
Yes,
Would be a good
agreed.
idea.
All right, good. So I'll give you pass without a trace. That gives you a +10 to your stealth.
Noted.
And I also am going to go invisible. Contrast.
Nice.
I'm gonna wave my hand and you're just gonna see ice appear all over me. Armor of Agathis, just in case.
Nice. Let's go. Team synergy. You love to see it. Or also get a steamroll just about anything else I could put in your way. But that's a good thing right now. So you guys run to the other elevator?
Yeah, you want
Yes.
stealth?
So as you get, I don't need rolls or anything. As you get to the other one, you hear the your door starts closing, and you hear from the other end a bunch of guards yelling, find them type bullshit. When they see that you're not, they start getting around the other side, and your elevator starts going down, and none of them seem to have really tracked you.
Well, good. Fuck those guys. I'm just, what in the hell is going on here? I thought we were just coming to investigate energy, and then that bitch starts shooting, and I'll
So
shoot.
that
Given
that
a
elevator has floors -3 down to -7. Which one do you go?
which
I
one do-
vote for -6 or 7. One of the two.
They did say to deploy the thing to -6. Can I get an insight check on that from anyone? Whoever has the highest passive. Oh wait, let me check passive insights. I might not even need you to make a check.
My passive insight's not that high. It's only 13.
I'll give this one to Shara.
Okay.
So you remember that, you're supposed to be coming to find some sort of artifact, and why would they deploy something to a floor that you guys weren't on unless they anticipated you guys somehow going, and for some reason going down instead of back up. So obviously that floor is important.
I have a feeling that something on floor 6 might help us on our.
I'm good with floor 6. I'll push the button.
Go there.
All right. You start going to floor 6. When it opens, of course, you are invisible, Taryn. Cordelia and Shara, you both have your +10 to stealth, so go ahead and give me your stealth rolls.
I did roll a 32 without, I didn't roll it at advantage, but that was my first roll, 30.
Jesus!
I rolled my first nat 20,
Oh, nice.
so that'll be a total of 33.
Oh my
stealth.
god.
Mine's a total of 20, period.
Okay, so we got a 33 and a 20. So when the door opens, it's a almost completely dark room with just minimal lighting in the center. And there's this glass case in the middle. There's no indication of traps like laser tripwires, normal tripwires, no security cameras, anything like that. This appears to be one of those testing and research areas, or one of those like maintenance and R&D. It's research and development. And in the middle, you see a how do I describe it? A black box. It's a black wood with silver metallic lining on the edges. It's very simple but elegant, and the wood grain, even though it's all black, is very clearly defined. It's a very nice looking box.
I'm going to try to observe it, looking at it with Arcana, trying to see if there's anything mystical about it.
So where are you guys moving, like, in the room?
Oh.
I forgot to mention it's about like 40 feet into the room.
Okay.
So I presume you step out of the elevator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably want to keep towards like the walls and behind things for now.
So there's not a whole lot of cover or anything to hide behind in the lit areas, and the walls are all dim, if not completely dark. Of course, I know our tiefling here has dark vision. I don't know offhand if Cordelia does as well.
I swear, if I...
No, it's not that. I just saw your chat now. Well, no.
You better not, buddy.
Okay, so as you guys approach the box, all of a sudden, Cordelia, from about a foot above you, you just hear, fall. Go ahead and throw up the picture, Holy. This just stood up and slashed a greatsword down at Cordelia from behind. Cordelia.
Fucking A.
That was
damn.
a... Gotta pull up my sheet. Oh. 29 to hit.
Bruh.
That's not
yeah.
a crit, by the way.
Yeah, that's a hit. But you're getting some cold damage in return, so come on.
$10 damage, 10 slashing. Let me see the rest. And let's see. So you take 10 at first, and I need a strength saving throw.
Zero. That's a 0.
You wait, what?
What?
I have
On
a
a saving?
negative. I have a -2 to my strength, and I rolled a 2. I got 0.
Girl.
Okay, so he used pushing attack from the Battle Master class. It's gonna push you 15 feet instead of doing like extra. I'm not gonna take the superiority dice. Well, no, I am gonna add the superiority dice as damage because you rolled a fucking 0.
Well, right now he's already got 10 cold damage he's taking.
So
So
that's 14 damage total, and then you're 15 feet away from him prone. So he pushes you to the ground entirely.
Okay, well, he can take an additional 14 cold damage. So 24 cold damage.
What's the cold damage from?
Armor of Agathis.
Oh, right. Duh.
Guys, I think I found it. I found the enemy.
Let's see. Go ahead and give me initiative rolls. I'm just deciding if he's going to do anything else. No, that's it. $18, $8. Taryn.
I posted it 13.
Oh, I'm blind. Okay, it is Shara's turn now.
I'm going to first use a bonus action to activate one of my Crimson Rights for an extra d6 damage of my chosen type.
Okay.
Upon activating it, I take 1d6 damage. I take 3 points of damage, which is minor, and I'm pulling up the right of... Come on. Work with me. I know it's in here. For fuck's sake. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Right of the flame, so it's fire damage.
Okay.
To then swipe at him with my halberd that is now on fire.
Nice.
I got a nat 20 plus 5, total of 25.
Critical. Okay. Roll damage. Double dice.
Okay. So that's...
And that's not even counting the advantage from the fact that, you got from attacking out of hiding.
Yep.
Because the only reason he attacked Cordelia is you have the lowest stealth roll, so he detected you first.
Right. So 10 plus the d 16 total damage.
Nice. Counting the crit too?
Yep.
Okay.
10 comes from slashing, 11 comes from slashing.
He's
5.
not resistant or
Yeah.
vulnerable to either, so
Yeah.
not super important.
So,
all right.
there's
Then
that.
it is. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, Taryn.
Okay, so fuck this guy.
I mean, you could, but I feel like it would hurt.
Yeah, I don't really want to. All right, I'm gonna do some stuff. $25, $28, $26, and $11 to hit. How many of those?
Jesus, how many? Oh, you have 2 attacks per act. Okay, I see what's going
Yeah.
on. All but the last.
Okay, so 3 of them.
Where are you attacking from relative to him?
I'm still invisible. I don't have to maintain any concentration on that.
Yeah, but like how far from him are you?
I'm going to dart up. I got to be 5 feet for this.
Okay.
All right. And then I have bonus damage. For 27 damage.
27 total?
Yeah.
All right. How long does the invisibility last?
It does not say, actually.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out most invisibility things just tell you. Is it Nature's Veil?
Yes.
Oh, until the start of your next turn. So next turn, when your turn starts, you'll pop out unless you use it again.
Well, I probably will.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Cordelia, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna stand up, dust myself off, and we'll start with the bonus action. Say hello to an old friend. Let's. I'm assuming a 26 will hit him.
Yes. Not by as
Excellent.
much as you'd think, but yes.
I'll take 12 cold damage,
Okay.
and then time for Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
15 probably misses,
Yep.
and 19.
Also misses.
Oh, dang.
Y'all really built damage today. Damn.
You said damage, not roleplay.
I did say build combat ready instead of role play heavy, which is very different from what I usually do. But I'm throwing you up against this thing, so
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use what's left of my movement to move a little further away from it.
all right. How
And
far
I'm done.
exactly? Because you were 15 feet after he shoved you.
Okay, and I gotta use half my movement, so
To get up,
another another 15, so I'm 30 feet away.
All right. All right. It is back to his turn, and with 0 effort whatsoever, he's going to close the distance on you and attack 3 times. Let's see.
Is he moving past me?
He's, since you were within 5 feet, yeah, he's moving away from you.
All right. Well, he can take op then.
All right. Roll for it.
All right. And what's his armor class?
22.
All right. 22 to hit. So meets it, beats it, right?
Yep.
Okay. For 9 damage.
All right. Oh. Did my... Okay, this laptop still has internet. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
You're still here, Contrast.
Yeah, I know. I'm still. This one has internet, but the one that I have my sheet up on just.
Oh no!
Why did it disconnect randomly? Reconnect, please. This is the one I have everyone's sheets up on, including mine for.
Oh no!
Connecting. What the fuck is going on? It shouldn't last too long. I should be able to fix this in a second. Worst case scenario, I know what to roll for. Okay, well, I'm just going to roll. I know what the... Oh. Discord went down, so I can't... Okay, I guess I'm rolling, grabbing my normal dice. Doing this legacy, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's that's what I was gonna switch to in a little bit. To using my dice.
28, 22,
Nutty?
and 28 again. I assume those all hit, Cordelia.
Yeah, take 1 more point of cold damage. That's the last of my temp HP.
Jeez. Are you frozen?
Hello?
Contrast, you appear frozen.
Oh,
I think we lost him.
oh no.
Oof.
I can hear him cussing all the way from his house to mine.
Cool, this means maybe I don't have to die yet. I get to live a little longer.
Whee! This is this is stressful.
I'll play us some waiting music.
Okay. Ooh. I like this.
Pictures of a prophecy, the pieces I have left. The color of the reaper has been searching for the keeper, and the gift you had to me. Captain Taylor, in the tower on the told made of humanity, the God that I love. You're holding on to majesty, give on to travesty, the balance, bring it down. You're sick to the bone. And you make yourself alone. Be a power of your own. Making God just want to hunt. Down for something. Taking on the past to find you in a dream to maintain. God just want to hunt you down. We are gone to the depths of my blood. Could be such a threat to me, the conqueror of time. With the whispers of a wagon, I kept the spirit to look up on my mind. And when the world is no more, she's been watching for a century. Hatred and what's wrong, you know that I'm just coming, and you might have keep on running, cause she's saying the blood's before. Goes into the bone, and you think something wrong. Your power of breaking, God just gonna hunt you down. You're something more than cash. You taking on the rest to find you in a dream. God is gonna hunt you down. Don't let it see you fly. Don't let it see you bring the song to the master of the eldritch. She's a growing better thoughts. Gods, ladies of the night, tell the tales of affright from a ghost of future days. A holy crusade on the gods take you to in a violent way. Kings falling in the midst, made the names on a list, and the house was going through. A price for the past when your name is lost, and the underground's for you. Although she has none left of me, and the loyal nights have passed away in time. God in a throne like to fall alone. Kingdom I count mine. Dreams about being the watcher and seeing everyone we shall come to. Get used to the hate in your head, she has more he said. God wonder waits for you. You're sick to the bone, lonely, and you claim yourself thrown like me. Feel power of your own making. God just gonna hunt you down. You're something more than flesh and something. You've taken on the rest to make it. She'll find you in a dream, tormented. God just gonna hunt you down.
I love that song. Way too much.
It's a good song.
All right. We back from intermission?
Yes.
All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. Cordelia, did you hear what I said the hits were?
Yeah, all of them hit. You take 1 point of cold damage, and I don't know how much damage.
15, 12, and 12. Which is 39. Have fun with that.
Yeah, here's what I have to say to that. Fuck you. How dare. And ow. Motherfucker.
I mean, hey, you're going to be part of Legoshi's Eberron campaign, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be what's fighting alongside you guys later.
I knew it.
I'll explain later. But Shara, your turn.
Yeah. So, let me double check what my shenaniganery here is. Nope. It's just weirdness. 2 things are going to happen. First thing is, this is considered a special action. I'm not sure what it actually is, but brand of castigation is essentially a brand that marks them, and then each time the branded creature deals damage to you or a creature you see within 5 feet, the creature suffers 5 psychic damage.
Oh, it's a free action. But
Okay.
yeah, you do it 1 per short rest. That's why it says casting time special, because it says in parentheses here requires no action.
So I'm gonna do that and then attack him twice.
Okay.
So first attack. God.
Oh, it's whenever you damage a creature, so you have to damage me with the Crimson Right first to sear this brand into him. It's an automatic if you damage him. So if you hit with one of these from with your Hemocraft, or with your Crimson Right, then it puts the brand into him and it gives you all the benefits.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. So I mean, if you can hit him with your Crimson Right, then yeah, you can just activate that for free.
And Crimson Right is already active on my thing. So
Okay. Gonna do a stabby stab.
yes.
Cool, cool.
First one I got a nat 20. Second one I got a 19.
Not as
And I
nice.
get a +5 on both.
Oh, nice again. So yeah, you get 2 hits. Re-roll damage for the first. Double roll damage for the first.
$19 on the first.
Okay.
Second one is $15.
15. Each time it deals damage to you or a creature you can see. Okay, so it's not when you damage. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
just
need to make
making
sure
sure
how
that the
you're-
brand gets on there first.
Yep. So you do successfully apply the brand. And that your end of your turn?
Mhm.
All right, Taryn, it is your turn, and at the beginning of your turn, you become visible again.
That's okay.
How
So
does
briefly, he does lock on to you and see that you were where he was, and he's like, "Oh, that's where I was getting fucking stabbed from."
Yeah. So he's gonna get first. I'll use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark him,
Okay.
and then he's just gonna take some whacks from there.
Whack, 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 whack.
One moment while I try and dice here. He's marked as my favorite foe as well, so he's
Oh,
gonna
cool.
do quite a bit of damage.
You had Warforged marked as your favorite enemy?
No, favorite foe. It's different. It's where you don't
Oh.
have to pick a favorite enemy. You,
Right.
When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can mark it as your favorite enemy for 1 minute.
Gotcha.
All right, so 21 to hit for the first one.
That's a miss.
21 misses. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
I got a 22.
All right, well, good. You can eat this crit though.
You can eat this crit, though. Yeah. I'm just scared for when he crits on one of you guys. That's why I had him go easy the first round, because I'm like, it's going to look real bad if I unload 3 attacks and crit and just one tap Cordelia.
I'm just rolling you lots of damage right now, Contrast.
I just realized that if you click on the next to your health, the box for heal or hurt, and then use your scroll wheel, it scrolls up the number and down the... This is beautiful. They're just standard potions of healing, Shara.
Okay.
Okay, so you will take 20 damages.
20 damage. All right.
And it is magical force damage.
All right.
And that's it. Because I cast Hunter's Mark, I only get just 2 whacks. So he's lucky guy. That's it.
All right. Let's look at this. So, Shara, you did more damage, right? I can't remember who. Shara and
Yes,
Terran,
I
which of you
did
more?
19 and then 15.
Okay. I'm sorry, Shara. He's just gonna look up at you and raise his greatsword. Your resistance is futile. And all the crystals on his body start to glow a lightning blue and arc energy between all of them.
Okay.
He just used Second Wind, healed a bunch of health. He's now going to close the distance on you, unload 3 attacks, and action surge and unload the other 3. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you are not sorry. Don't lie to us.
Okay, you have... Okay, there's your AC.
Keep in mind that the brand is active now. That means he's hurting
Oh, I know.
himself in the process.
I know.
That's why I'm not that angry. I'm just like, okay. Take it. And then take the damage. Oh, if I live to the next round, you're gonna be in hell. Because I got Hellish Rebuke. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, Hellish Rebuke is a reaction. Also, I don't think you're going to live that crit that just happened. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Contrast, I don't know if anybody has told you lately, but you're a rude bitch.
So, for the hits, only one was low enough to just meet your AC, and of course, meets it, beats it. It was 28, 22, 23, 23, not 20 for 30, and 15. So do I need to roll all this damage out, or... I'm going. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 d6. Wait. Yeah, 14, counting the crit one. 14d6 plus 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30 plus 30.
Jesus.
Shara, how much health are you at?
71.
That did 79.
Okay.
So yeah, Shara is down. And let's see. One of those. What do I want to? Yeah, one of the last one is a pushing attack, which would add more damage, but obviously there's no reason to. Let's see. The last roll was only a 3. So yeah, you were unconscious before the last one, so there's no reason to have you do the strength saving throw. And he's going to throw you across the room against the wall.
So how many times did he hit me total?
6. That's
Suffers
5, 10,
5
15, 20,
psychic
25,
for each
30
strike.
damage. 30 damage, I know.
So congratulations. You downed me, but hurt yourself for 30.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
So this is actually the first time I've ever gone on to the death saves. Funnily enough, in all the years that I've played.
Oh yeah, it's your turn. Death saves.
Yeah. Don't know how those work. Somehow. Because I've never had to do them.
It's a flat d20. If you get above 10, it's a pass. If you get below 10, it's a fail. And then you roll one each time it's your turn. And if you get 3 saves, you live. If you get 3 fails, you don't live. Well, if you get 3 saves, you stabilize. So you're still unconscious, but you sit in an even 0.
I got my first success.
Okay. Yes, you are after. Wait, let me.
Then I did not get a turn.
Oh, in that case, go ahead and take your turn now.
Shall
And
we?
then we'll do Terran, and then we'll go back to Cordelia since I fucked up the order. My bad.
Okay, can I get a dex save from him, please?
He is back to being 30 feet away from you. Will that still reach it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And yes, we are close to wrapping up.
But yeah, dex save, please.
That is a 12. That's not good.
Cool. Then a bunch of tentacles just appear and start beating the shit out of him. Take 9 bludgeoning damage.
So you see all these tentacles come up from the ground, and he starts, swinging at them and fighting back, and you see them slowly start to break and shatter the crystals that you, at this point, can obviously tell are powering him, until it disrupts the flow enough and it collapses to the ground. Shara, your damage in return took him down to 5.
Yes.
Are we out of combat, Mr. World?
Yep.
Take it, bitch.
Sure.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you.
Okay.
It only give you 4, but 4 is better than nothing.
I'll say you're back alive at like 1 health. I don't know exactly how far into the negative you went, but counting the damage you should have taken from the superiority dice from pushing throw, it should have been more than 4, but I don't care. You're conscious at 1. Because the world says so.
how many did you heal me for?
4.
Okay.
All right, you have an empty room.
And you gotta heal from the audience as well, Shara.
Oh, I'm planning on using both of those.
Yeah.
So you hear over the intercom. You hear Unit ECC Trooper Unit 008 Code Spades has fallen. All personnel evacuate the facility now. And then you start hearing an alarm and a timer. The box sits in front of you. The elevator's still on your floor. What do you do?
Grab the box and let's go. I feel this place is about to blow up.
Mayhaps. You never know. Everyone in agreement to zoom?
Yes.
All right. You zoom. You go up the elevator. You go out the front door. You make it all the way there. No one else even some of them even see you
We did
on
get
the way
box
out,
first.
and they're just like, fuck it. They don't care. They're trying to escape too. Because they know you just took down like the strongest thing there. They know they don't have a fucking chance. They're gonna die, so they're just running.
Yeah, that's right. Spades get bodied.
Once we're outside, I want to open the box.
When you try to open it, it doesn't work. Also, are you staying near the building?
No, we're
No?
going back to the damn doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you go back, a huge column of flame shoots out the front door and all the windows. The top floor of the facility stays safe, but the fire from the explosion rushes out, killing anyone who is nearby. You guys are all safe, but you see a bunch of civilians get caught in the flames.
Well, of course, Umbrella Corps purged.
Yeah, they ate, and their amount of like healing, they literally ate shit and got dusted right in front of you. That's how hot it was.
You know what? This isn't our fault. It's not.
It's really not yet. So
Buddy,
you go back to the hospital. I'm going to speed things along there. You can't open the box. You get back, and Dr. Giovanni greets you at the door. Don't even have to go back into the hospital. He says that it's a shame that the guard had to die, but as he takes the box, he says, "Oh well, it was inevitable anyways." And he reaches under his skin and literally peels his face off
Oh, my stars for the love of lava.
and grows in size, ripping out of his own flesh into the form of a lich. Though I
No,
must thank you
finish
for
it.
returning my
Finish.
phylactery. He pulls out
Charisma save.
three
now.
pieces. He pulls out 3 pieces of paper and rips all 3 of them. And the moment, like 3 little odd-looking strips, almost like, you know, the McDonald's Monopoly minigame thing. Like
Yes.
3 of them, but they're just blank with like a rune on each of them. And the moment it tears, you all
Done.
feel your bodies freeze. All of a sudden, all of the air in your lungs, it doesn't get knocked out of you. You don't like exhale, it's just gone. You feel all your muscles stiffen up and then relax as you collapse, and the world around you starts to fade. Cordelia, you start to feel the coldness of the ocean creep from the outside, freezing you from the outside in, while you feel the energy that makes up your body dissolve back into the world from the inside out. You dissolve and disappear into nothing. Shara, you feel from the outside the fires of the 9 hells burn you as you dissolve from the inside out and burn from the outside in.
and of
Taryn.
course, the Hunter's Bane corrupting me further from the inside
Taryn.
out.
You feel your body return to... Oh my fucking... 1 minute.
When you get a chance, come out to the patio.
Okay. You feel from the outside, you feel the pressure of the Fae and of magical energy crush you from the outside in as you dissolve from the inside out and you fade back into the nothingness from which you came. It is at this point that I reveal that all 3 of you were merely summoned conjurations by the Lich who he sent to do that.
Of course we were.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay.
Dare.
You were
So-
literally summoned creatures. You were in the POV of a creature that gets summoned by like a PC.
How
Or in this
I
case, a
actually-
dare.
I'm laughing right now because if I restructured myself to be a bard and blood hunter, you could say he summoned a succubus. It was
Yeah.
there. I'm a tiefling. I had
You
to.
could have.
Huzzah, contrast. That was a fun time.
Yes, I had a lot of fun.
That
I have
was
to give
fun.
credit to the TikTok for which I got that idea. And it also, come to think, it is oddly close to the first campaign I ever ran with Legoshi. Except the beginning was a little like the characters weren't conjurations, they were genuine people. But the getting tricked into helping a lich concept. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I saw that idea and I knew I had to try it. So I'm happy I got to try it with you guys. I will probably run this adventure because I know Shen wanted to be a part of it. I will probably add this to like my portfolios of one-shots, and I'll start like putting together one-shots to put together with different parties and maybe rerun them sometime if I get a different party that wants to try it. But that was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for playing. You did really well and gave me a chance to test out a build that I'm using later, which is of course the final boss you fought. That is a character I will be using in our
Eberron that's coming up.
in our Eberron campaign with Legoshi. That is Spades, his Warforged character, as a Battle Master fighter. So I'm very excited for that. Is there anything else you want to say for your usual outro, Hooli, for the Hoolies and Heroes and Hooligans? I mean,
All right. No, just that we'll see everybody back here shortly with some
Oh yeah.
Wednesday
Yeah, stick
night
around in an
nonsense.
hour.
Yeah, Wednesday night
I'll be
nonsense.
voicing for that too.
We'll
For
see you
anyone who's coming from my channel.
Oh, good.
back
I
here
could be-
shortly.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. See you there. Bye bye.
But real quick,
Merlin.
thank you